Again. This is a message from me to me. All right, we have to change our perspective. All right, we gotta change our perspective. Today I was riding in my car. Actually, this was yesterday. I was riding in my car through a neighborhood, and it had some really big houses, and it was really nice, really clean, and I was just like, damn. What if I would have came? What if I would have grew up in a situation where my parents just had all the money in the world, and I was just exposed to so many things like vacations every summer, like different states out of the country, like all kind of exotic trips. I had access to the best trainers. I used to play baseball. I had access to the best trainers, and I was just thinking to myself like, damn, what if I would have been able to have this growing up, have this lifestyle? Then I was like, nah, you can't think like that because one, comparison is the thief of joy. You should never try to compare yourself to somebody else's situation. You feel what I'm saying? Two, two, I believe now granted, I'm sure there's people out there that doesn't fit this stereotype, but every rich person, like excessively rich person, like that I've met, they always, there's something always wrong with them, bro. Like they always like a hole, like, or they have some character flaw that is really really bad. Like they don't listen to their parents, they disrespect their parents, or like they just disrespectful in general, or they just can't relate to people that's not on their level when it comes to finances. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I was just like, damn, my family. I mean, I wasn't never really like bad. Like I ain't never missed a meal, but like I couldn't get every shoot that I wanted. I wasn't going on a trip every summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just we just having every single thing, but it wasn't like we ain't having nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have the financial freedom, but my family was filled with love. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the love that I needed from my parents and the people around me to make up for the financial shit. So instead of being on all these exotic trips, I was nourished the right way that allowed me to develop this personality that I have and this ability to be able to connect with so many different people from different forms, races, financial groups, and all of that. So I was just like, why am I thinking about it like that? Why not be thinking about it like, yeah, those people got that, but I got this. You see what I'm saying? Because it's always gonna be somebody like. I mean, I got to experience a rich. I ain't gonna say rich, but like a more wealthier side of life growing up too, because I grew up in a different type of setting with people that had a lot more money than I wouldn't even say a lot more money, but more money than me. But to them, they would even say like, "Damn, you know those people they just got it different." And I'm looking at them like, "Bro, you got it different." You know what I'm saying? So like, when you start to look at it like that, you start comparing yourself to other different situations, it's like it's always gonna be somebody that's at a higher stature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta change your perspective to be like, okay, let me look around me and see what I have and what I could be grateful for because yeah, I might want to get to this next situation or I might see something that might look better than the situation that I'm in, but it's also somebody that's looking at my situation like, damn, I wish I was in their situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't start beating yourself up about not being able to live a life that you want to live right now or a life that you think you wish you had because like I said, bro, those people that be living that lifestyle and they have all of these things, something always be wrong with them, bro, because you got to think, okay, so your parents got all of this money, but shit, they got to go to work. So they ain't really giving you the time and energy that they need to nurture you into the person that you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying this for every person, but I'm just saying like I'm sure that's a thing. Like their parents always working, so like they ain't not even having the time to really sit there and take care of you or how they need to take care of you. But you got all of this shit. You got a 2-story house upstairs to yourself, a game room, a regular room, an office room, a toy room. You know what I'm saying? Like you got all of this, but your parents not there to really nurture you into the person that you need to be. And shit, that could even happen on a lower level because your mama could always be working or your parents or your dad could always be working and shit. They ain't there to take care of you and you ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? You got food on the table, that's it. Lights on, hot water, AC, shit, all kind of the basic needs that you should be grateful for. But you ain't having nothing. Christmas come around, you could get 1 or 2 gifts, but you can't have everything. You know what I'm saying? So like it's the same on both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? It's the same for the rich people, parents that's always working, that's not there for their kids because their career is so damning, and is also there for the poor people that parents are always working, but they're always working. They're always working, but they're never there to take care of you because they gotta work 2 and 3 jobs just to support themselves. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta change your perspective. Not just change your perspective, but you also have to be able to adapt and look at things from different perspectives. You see what I'm saying? Because once you get the ability to look at things from a different perspective, you able to open your mind and understand people. And I think that's a great a great aspect that I have. Like I'm able to, because I grew up, I seen the slums, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in the slums and I was able to see like higher like wealth, you know what I'm saying? Statues, levels of wealth. I was able to see both sides. So I'm like, I could understand how bro playing baseball hard as shit, like, but his parents don't really have it, but he out there hustling. Like you could tell he cold, but if he had a little bit more, if you had a little more training or somebody at a higher level to help him, he really could develop into something great. And then I seen somebody raw and good with the money to back them to go and develop their skills all the way and their talents all the way. Have somebody have their parents have the money to put behind them to help them grow and facilitate and become the best version of themselves. See what I'm saying? So like it's kind of, I could relate to both sides of the story. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good trait to have, and I think we have to start being able to expand our perspectives, because if you get stuck in one side, let's look at both sides. Let's say you get stuck in the poor side, like damn, bro, I don't have shit. Like we in the slums, every day we gotta eat ramen noodles. Like this shit rough. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, I want eggs, bacon, toast, syrup. You know what I'm saying? Avocado. I want the big breakfast in the morning before I go to school. But it's like, you just gotta be grateful for what you got. You feel what I'm saying? You can want more, but you can't be looking at another person and being like, oh, F you because you get this and this and this. Or that make them a bad person because they was born into a situation. So that's let me, before I get to the rich side of that example, God did not give us a choice of what type of situation we could be born in. You know what I'm saying? But he did give us free will on what we say and free will on what we think. So you need to be able to, oh my goodness, you need to be able to control your thoughts and control the words that are coming out of your mouth. This goes back to being, what I was talking about yesterday. This goes back to being confident about yourself and controlling your thoughts and understanding that your words and your thoughts are extremely strong and powerful. You know what I'm saying? God didn't give us, he gave us free will. You feel what I'm saying? So he gave us free will over our thoughts and over our words and over our actions. You feel me? You can't pick the situation that you're born into, but you could pick the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, and the actions that you take. You feel me? So you need to be able to channel and harness and make sure that you're thinking the right things, saying the right things, and doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the example, on the rich side, somebody might be rich and be like, damn, I got all of this, bro. Like, I got all of this to my disposal. Like, I got a boat, I got a truck that's paid. I don't have to pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. But like I said, they parents never there. So they experiencing life with having all of these things. They don't have to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything just give it to them, give it to them, give it to them. And it's like, once they get on their own, or let's say something happened to their parents, and now they on their own, and now they be like, oh shit, or like let's say they go to college and they on their own, and they don't know how to handle themselves, they don't know how to fend for themselves because their parents have just been babyfying them and giving them everything because they just got it. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not give it to them? We got it, so let's give it to them. But on the other hand, the person that's poor, they've been hustling, busting their ass to get everything that they work hard, everything that they got, they work hard for. So they're not gonna take anything for granted. And just like that, that's how you see people come out of the struggle and take somebody that got more than them position in a job or in sports or just in anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to work for everything that you got, so you're not gonna take it for granted. You always gonna be working harder. And that's one thing that I realized playing baseball is like, you could have all that training, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You could have all that training, all that shit cool and all, but is you gonna work? Like, you gotta be able to work, bro. Like, you can't just come in here just because you had all of this shit, all of this training, this money. Yeah, this money and this training might have got you the fundamentals that you need to be okay, but you're not even putting in the extra work. My stats, my numbers is cause of me. I put this work in off of me, off the strength of me. Nobody told me to get up and go get this shit. Ain't nobody told me how to go swing. Ain't nobody teach me I learned myself, and I'm great because of me. So what I do is gonna be more. It's gonna be more appreciated because I really bust my ass for this. I ain't have no handouts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you gotta change your perspective, and you gotta understand that this it's two sides of the coin. Y'all both could be experiencing the same thing, just different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like the example that I just gave. Alright? So let's change our perspective. You know what I'm saying? Open your mind. Don't be so closed off. Don't be so quick to think bad. Always be quick to think good first, okay? This is a great talk. Damn, I love you. I love you, bro. We doing this. We confident in this. We growing, man. It feels so good to grow. All right, I'm about to just yap right now. I ain't gonna lie. It's not even got nothing to do with this. It just feel good to grow, man. Like, when you're stagnant, it's hard, bro, because it feel like you don't know your next move. You don't know where to go. You don't know what direction to go in. When you stagnant, it's just like you feel like you stuck. But when you growing, it's like you just feel like, god damn, this shit feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even really put it into words. You just feel it, bro. It's just an energy that you get, and it just feel good, man. We growing. I'm growing. I'm better, and I love you. And you gonna handle this, and you gonna take care of this, and you gonna handle your business, and you gonna be great. Cause that's just what it is. I'm putting it on my heart. I'm speaking it, and I'm taking the actions to be great. All right. Other than that, I love you, kid. Until next time.